And just take a moment for yourself in this practice. Take about maybe 3 to 5 minutes for yourself, really focusing on what that breath feels and how that feels to you. If you'd like, for the lower back pain, if you notice if you're lying on your back and it's causing too much tension in the back, just bring the soles of the feet to the mat as well and bring your knees together. So I'll demonstrate. So laying on your back, bring your knees just gently together and allow your feet to just fall apart and laying flat on your back. If you'd like to place a hand on top of the belly, just focusing on the breath. Just take a moment. When you're ready, I'm just bringing those feet back together, laying on one side and pressing your way back up to seated. Just take a moment to journal down what you felt, any feelings that may have come up, whatever it may be. Let's take a moment. We're going to bring movement into our breath. So as you go through your book and your reading, I'm going to go to page 28. So the movement of the spinal column. Once again, feel how the tailbone and sacrum tip back on inhalation and draw slightly under on exhalation. So this is where, if you're lying in your Shavasana, lying on your back, bringing your breath all the way to the lower back and just notice how that feels. And you want to take a really great way to practice this in your breathing and how the movement comes into play. Notice that when you're laying on your back and taking your mind and your breath into the areas where you may have been struggling that are really tight or not feeling well. So it could be starting from the tip of your toes, if you'd like, and then just mentally imagine that the breath is at the tip of the toes, to the back of the foot, to the heel, and then to the ankle, on top of the foot. And as you're breathing, breathe from the top of the foot all the way to the top of the shins, to the back of the calves, to the top of the knees. And slowly bring the breath on top of the thighs, and the back of the thighs, on the hamstrings. Bring the breath all the way up through the glutes, to the hip bones. How do they feel? Breathe. Take a deep breath into your hip bones. Imagine the breath. Just imagine the breath all the way through the hip bones. Then bringing it to the lower back. From the lower back, bring the breath to the top of the pelvic area. Another breath, bring it all the way to the back. Draw the breath all the way up through the back. Bring it to the front. Draw the breath all the way up through the chest wall, the chest cavity. Drawing that breath to the shoulders, down through the arms, to the back of the arms, and the upper back. Take that inhalation through the back of the neck. Exhale, bring the breath to the throat. Bringing the breath all the way to the back of the head, to the front of the face, to the ears, all the way up through the top of the head, reaching the crown of the head. Taking another inhale, bringing the arms above head. And exhale, releasing the arms down by your sides, whether you're sitting or laying down. And then I want you to, on that exhale, taking it from the crown of the head, take the breath all the way down to the tips of your toes. Exhale all the negative and release it. Notice how you feel. Can you bring a smile to your face?